Michael Jordan, owner of the Charlotte Hornets, or is he, is one of the world's most storied athletes, has agreed to sell his majority share of the NBA team to a group led by Gabe Plotkin and Rick Schnall. They sound like owners.
Plotkin and Schnall?
Oh, those guys were born to be owners of something.
Yes.
Two private equity investors. It's always something like that, or mutual funds. The team as a whole was valued at $3 billion.
Really?
And they're a sack of shit.
Never hear about the Hornets.
Exactly. Given the terms of the agreement, the team is in announcement for the sale, and it did not disclose what percentage of the stake Jordan would sell, but said he would remain a minority investor. In more ways than one, the acquiring group also includes the country star Eric Church. I've heard of him. And the rapper J. Cole, I'm old. Both of whom are from North Carolina. Oh, so that's nice. Jordan won 6 championships with the Bulls in the 1990s. Is considered by many to be the greatest player ever. I love it when they just throw that little editorial in articles. It's fine by me. Jordan, a North Carolina native, purchased the team in 2010 for $275 million. So that's a bit of an investment.
Yes.
When they were known as the Bobcats, he's the league's only black majority owner. And on Juneteenth, guys, come on. Be better.
So I understand why he would purchase this team, his home state. You know, you've accomplished so much. Might as well be a majority holder of a team. But it must be hard for him to know your team sucks, right?
Especially him.
You know, so do you think that's a part of his reasoning?
The Hornets have made the playoffs only twice. Twice since Jordan purchased them. In the NBA, that's impossible. Everybody goes to the playoffs. You get a playoff. You get a playoff. You get a playoff. They all go to the... Jordan. Okay, so here's my issue. Go ahead, Bobby, because this is insane.
Despite all that, he bought his shares for $500 million, and now the team's worth $3 billion.
That's a win.
That's a win, yeah. So they do suck, but his cool factor elevated the team into being able to sell it.
Wow.
All right, here's another factor, and I'm in very two different minds on this. The owner of your Chicago Bulls is pushing 90.
Uh-huh.
And Jordan has now got a lot of extra dough to throw around.
Whoa, do you think he would?
So part of me thinks that is the most perfect scenario in all of this, but the other part of me looks at two playoffs, two playoff entrances in the last, 20 years or something? I mean, wow. But perhaps it wasn't, he just didn't have the right staff underneath him.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I would imagine you don't do much.
Yeah.
You're just, you give them the money.
Right. So, I don't know. I'm throwing that out there. Reinsdorf ain't getting any older, which a lot of Chicagoans would say is a good thing. So there it is, yeah. We'll see. I'd say that Jordan always has a plan.
I think you're halfway there, Bill.
What's that?
We talked about it a little bit. LeBron, his contract's up. They just reinstated the Jordan rule where a player can own and play for a team.
Oh, God.
They might as well call it the LeBron rule because he's the only player who could afford it at this point, right?
Sure.
So I think he retires for a year. He and Jordan together buy the Bulls and use their first-round draft pick to draft Bronny James, so LeBron can complete his dream of playing with his son. The two goats together own the Bulls. They get a championship. He goes out on top.
You know... The only fly in that ointment.
Kind of like that.
The only fly in that ointment is that Michael Jeffrey Jordan hates the king. The king.
Yeah.
They don't get along. And Jordan would never want to share space with such a man. And also, Jordan's 92.
The king sells shoes, too.
I know. And Republicans buy them.
By the way, I think I saw that, or I guess it was in the movie Air, that Jordan makes, I think, $40 million a year in passive income just from his 1%. Like, is it 1%? Whatever amount that he gets in, you don't call it residuals in retail. What do you call it?
Oh, don't ask me.
You get a small percentage of every sale.
Commission.
It is a commission. Okay. But like, imagine getting to that point where you have so much money that
Give me
you're
$1 million,
like,
Jordan.
what?
I've given you so much publicity.
What do I want to own next? Or like, what do I want to sell next? I actually would love to see Jordan as a shark on Shark Tank. They often will have guest sharks come in who are business-minded and have a whole lot of wealth and business savvy that they can share their experiences and advice and invest with these new companies. I think it could be really fun to see Jordan not only talk about his experiences, but also shit on the companies that are not there yet. I would love to see him be like, try harder, do better.
Well, I would be right there with you. It would be the first time I'd watch Shark Tank, but like he is oddly very media shy. I mean, really, the only time he sat down for an interview of any like substance in like 20 years is The Last Dance. I mean, he doesn't do
Because he doesn't have to. He has all the
doesn't
money.
have to, but like. I don't know. There's some people. LeBron does it just to do it because he likes the attention, right?
Yeah.
But joining in, I don't know. Who am I to analyze the real goat? You know. Speaking of goats, I don't want to use that for.
Oh, that was
intro.
a Joanne segue.
Well, all right. Speak from goats to cows.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was
I can get a
good.
compliment out of this one. All right. Hey, well, from goats to cows to you guys getting the bowl. All right, how about that? Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Gootee is back, host of Cutting the Sacred Cow on FB, IG, and TikTok. This week's episode, I think that was an older cut and place one. Oh, no, this is new. Christian Finnegan in Heat.
Yes, Heat.
Yes, I love Christian Finnegan. He's very funny.
Great.
Upcoming films include Saving Private Ryan. Wow. Pitch Perfect, never saw Platoon, another wow. And so, yeah, check them all out. I have to say, people have been really bringing the exalted ones lately, the ones that you just wouldn't off the top of your head.
What if I told you that the person who chose Saving Private Ryan, we taped it on fucking D-Day?
Oh, my God. Was that an accident, a choice?
Pure coincidence.
Wow.
I go, wait, I looked at the account and go, oh, shit, he's going to try and attack this on D-Day. We address it on that.
Last week was this date in history. On that date, June 12th, 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark was released in theaters.
81?
Changed
81.
everyone. Yeah. But more importantly, as per this article, the next of the movie in the series actually changed movies even more to a certain extent. When Temple of Doom hit theaters in May 1984, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg, the superstar creative duo that did the first one, wanted to take the adventure on a more harrowing and some say darker trip. Of course, concerned parents across the country got a little more than they bargained for, as the film's exceedingly dark, macabre content sparked widespread debate on why Bill stole Joanne's heart. Sorry, it doesn't say that. The debate over the film's PG rating, coupled with more controversy from the release of Gremlins, another one, a month later, directly led to the creation of the PG-13 rating. First one?
Wrong. Red Dawn.
That was the first one, but those were the movies that led to it.
Oh, yes.
Which irrevocably changed the film industry. Red Dawn was the first one. And that was it. From then on out, PG-13 rating, since parents were so pissed off about Gremlins.
I just don't understand, because the things that that kids see and experience in their own homes are often worse than what they see in a fucking movie.
Get this. So for the first time I watched last night, Doc Hollywood, which is fucking terrible. It's
But I know exactly what you're about to say. Every kid remembers.
It's PG-13, all right? PG-13, 1991.
PG.
Is it?
Yes.
No.
I checked because I saw this movie too, and I think I know what you're about to say.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what he's about to
The girl
say.
from Tommy Boy comes out of the fucking lake topless for a good
Why all the boys have seen it
30s.
and remember
Israel,
it.
Israel says, you got to watch it. I go, he didn't tell me it was a girl from Tommy Boy. It's like, what's a rush?
PG?
That's insane. Dude, it is a good 15, 30 seconds of her tits.
gratuitous.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shit
It
film.
says PG-13 on the website, but I swear to God, I have a
Yeah.
DVD of this movie, and it said PG on the back.
It might have.
I remember
It might have been they threw the director's cut shit on that. It might have been.
Because I had an old one and it said PG on it, I swear.
Wow.
I remember
I don't
looking at
think
it
that
after I
this-
saw the tits.
Oh yeah.
I-
But it's such
I-
a terrible, terrible film.
I don't think that that this is still a rule, but I believe it was for a while where. And you can always use, that's a good example, but also, of course, the nude scene in Titanic. If it's not sex related, it can still be a PG-13. If it's obviously, it can't be like a full frontal, I guess. I don't think they do that anymore, but that's how Titanic is PG-13, and you get a whole lot of nip-nack patty-whacks for your buck on that one.